The first book of the Bible is Genesis. Might you know the second? Exodus. A lot to do with Moses and the exit of Egypt into the Promised Land, the parting of the seas, the walls of Jericho, 10 Commandments, so many important biblical stories in that. Timothy, a filmmaker, a documentarian, has spent 12 years putting facts and information together for a cinematic debut this Monday night. I think you go to patternsofevidence.com to find a theater in your area. But Timothy, what does it feel like for a filmmaker to have your movie coming out?
Well, it looks beautiful. We worked very, very hard for it to be shown in the cinema, and you know, it's a beautiful piece. It's a 2-hour investigation, and so it's going to be a one-night Fathom event. And then after the film, there's a panel discussion that we're going to be having. So it's going to be quite an evening for people to discuss and to really absorb what they've seen with these patterns of evidence that match the stories of the Bible.
And Timothy, how did telling this story through the documentary style impact your life and your faith?
Well, originally, you know, I believed in this story, and as I got involved with it, actually, I had a crisis of faith because people were telling me there just wasn't any evidence. And as much as I wanted to believe it, I felt it was important after I'd been to the locations that it seemed like it needed to be historically true. Because if the story of the Exodus isn't true, the whole thing of the Bible is sort of built upon that idea, that story, and even Jesus Christ and the apostles reference it. And so it's a house of cards if that's not true. So my journey was I just felt like it was something I was supposed to do, was to continue to investigate and then to try to make it into a film and tell the story so people could understand really where the evidence was and what did it mean.
Timothy, very powerful indeed. And who do you really want to see this film?
Well, that's a very good question. You know, everyone always says, "Well, I want everybody to see this film," but I think that first of all, people of faith are going to enjoy this film because it's going to basically help them, just to give them some confirmation. But I'll tell you who really, really is impacted by this film is people who are out on the edges or people who don't necessarily believe in the stories. I've had atheists who have come to see the film in special showings and in film festivals, and they love it because it's very fair. This film is a very balanced film. You're going to hear both sides, and it's pretty astounding for them. And I did a survey once, and 9 out of 10 atheists actually gave it a good to excellent rating. I've had the extreme from people of faith as well as people that don't have faith or believe in the Bible or God. So it's got a fairly wide appeal. And I think if you've got a family with different viewpoints, this would be a great evening for you to be a part of. And once again, there's a panel discussion at the end of it, and I have a feeling that the people that go out to coffee afterwards are going to have a lot to talk about.
Well, there's quite a buzz about it. People are talking about it. I have my tickets for Monday night. Congratulations as a filmmaker to see your film come out on the silver screen. Your hard work is paying off. Thank you for doing it.
Thank you. I hope everyone can come to this event, January 19th. It's Martin Luther King Day. It's a Monday at 7 p.m. It's a Fathom event, and it's only one night. You're only going to get a chance to see this one time in a theater at this time, unless there's some other event. But this is the one. So it's a Fathom event at 7 p.m. January 19th.